Hi everybody, it's IC here. So this week's video is going to be about the TV show collection, and well, I have a variety of TV shows which I'm going to tell you all about. But let's get started. The first TV show is, well, sorry about I have a cover, but I'm going to show you this. This is a very popular show from the 1960s. It's called The Andy Griffith Show, but really, it's not. This is the best I could do for the Andy Griffith Show cover, but it has the two main men stars, Andy Griffith and Don Knotts, and yeah, man, this is a great show. This is a great show for everybody to watch, and yeah, and Don Knotts and Andy became great friends when they were doing No Time for Sergeants, and a couple of years before the show started, and they were friends until Don Knotts died in 2006, and of course Andy Griffith died in 2012, and so they're reunited in heaven, everybody. So let's move on to the next show. Sorry, Alfred Hitchcock Presents. Yes, everybody. This is a show.
Move to the side so people can see your face. Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, sorry. This is Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and the show was aired from 1955 to 1961, and yeah, this is a great show to actually, yeah, not sorry, I mean 1962, not 1961. What was I thinking? But that's fine. So we'll move on. The Adventures of Superman. Yes, everybody. This is a great show, and it's all about Superman, and unfortunately due to COVID, we didn't have Superman Celebration this year. But hopefully this summer they get to have Superman Celebration, and if they do, it'll be the week of June 10th through the 13th of this year, and I know a great mate of ours. He's a big Superman guy and loves superheroes, and his name is Al Wagner, and Mr. Wagner, mate, if you're watching this, hope he dig it and enjoy the video. But yeah, this show was from 1952 to 1956, and so we'll go on to the next one. Big Valley. Yes, everybody. This show features Barbara Stanwyck, and this show aired from 1965 to 1969, and this is a great Western show, everybody. And my grandma is a big fan of that show, so whenever we go up to see her, sometimes her and I would watch Big Valley, and it's a very good show, everybody. So give it a try. Bonanza. Yes, everybody, you got it right. Bonanza. Yeah, Bonanza, everybody. This show aired from 1959 to 1973, and as the great Michael Landon and Lorne Greene, Dan Blockett, and Pernell Roberts, and yes, this is gotta say one of my favorite old Western shows. Yeah, and Gunsmoke, they're all great Western shows to watch, and Lorne Greene has solo career as a singer, and he did a Christmas album in 1965, and he did an album 64, I believe, too. So anyway, hope you'll enjoy the show if you haven't already. Cimarron City. Yes, everybody. This is a great show. Even though it only had one season, and it had guest star in the first episode, has very special guest star, and had Fred and of course everybody, Fred McMurray was the guest star of the pilot in 1958, and yeah, so this is a very great show for people out there who enjoy westerns like I do, and Bonanza is a western to everybody. So hope you enjoy this if you haven't already, everybody. Emergency. Yes, everybody. This is a show from 1972 to 1977, and yes, this is a great show. This is a great show about firefighters and emergencies and all other important stuff in life you all need to know about. And this is great for anyone who enjoys shows from the 70s or any other old shows. But anyway, we'll move on. Fantasy Island, yes, everybody. This was a show from 1977 to 1984, and yes, this show is it's kind of like Love Boat, which is another show from the late 70s, early 80s. But yeah, this is a great show for people, for everybody, for all ages. And yeah, this is a show about a cruise like Love Boat, and makes me want to go on a cruise here in the future. So yeah, great show to watch, everyone. F Troop, yes, everybody. This show is from the show aired for a couple of years, from 1965 to 1967. And it stars Kim Berry. Get Smart, yes, everybody. This show aired from 1965 to 1970, and yes, this is a great show, and they made a movie out of it in 2008. A movie in 2008 with Steve Carell and The Rock and Anne Hathaway. So yeah, the movie was fine, but this is better than this. The show is better than the movie, if you all agree with me. But if not, that's fine. But if you've seen the remake, if you've seen the 2008 remake, and if you haven't seen this yet, please go watch it, and you'll love everyone. Gomer Pyle, USMC, yes, everybody. This features Jim Nabors, and this show aired from 1964 to 1969, and this is a little spin-off of this. This is a kind of a little bit of Andy Griffith show, and this was the same. And CBS produced the Andy Griffith show too, and they came on board, and Andy Griffith and some other folks came on board and created a Marine show for Jim Nabors. We played Gomer Pyle in the Andy Griffith show for season 3 and season 4, I believe, because Howard McNear, who played Floyd the Barber in the Andy Griffith show, he had very bad health problems for a while, and he had to take a hiatus. So they hired Jim Nabors to be the guy who does his gas and cars, like his predecessor George Lindsay. Lindsay played Gooper in the Andy Griffith show and Mayberry RFD, and yeah, so this is a great show to watch, and yeah, and I have a friend that is in the Army right now, and his name is Zach Travis. And Zach, if you're watching this, my friend, please go check out the show, man, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And Jim Nabors is very funny, so enjoy it, friends. Green Acres is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Yes, everybody, you got that right. It's called Green Acres, and this is a spin-off of Petticoat Junction, and the show aired from 1965 to 1971, and this is just a great show to watch, and it features some of the Petticoat Junction characters in the show, and the people that play them. Some of them appeared, and Frank K, who plays Sam Drunker in the Green Acres, he was in Petticoat Junction as a regular like Green Acres. But yeah, this is a farming show, and if you YouTuber, whoever is a farmer out here, please check out this show, and you guys will love it, and has lots of laughter and everyone. Gunsmoke, yes, everybody. This was the longest running show until the Simpsons Simpsons came in the early not late 80s, and yeah, this show aired from 1955 to 1975. Yeah, this is my favorite. This is probably my second favorite Western TV show, and I love it. And it rocks. And James Arness as Marshall Matt Dillon, which John Wayne was supposed to play him, but he didn't want to for some reason. But yeah, yeah, but The Simpsons. Because I'm not off topic here, sorry, but The Simpsons have been airing since 1989, and it's 2021. So yeah, but Gunsmoke is probably the second longest running show in history nowadays. But we'll move on, everyone. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday comes, we're having fun. The weekend's here, let's go all and play. Yes, everyone, this is called Happy Days, and this is a great show from the 70s, and it features Ronnie Howard and Tom Bosley, and the show aired from 1974 to 1984, and this is a great show about Richie Cunningham and Tom Bosley, and this show was themed on the 1950s, but it didn't air to the 70s, and I love the show, everybody, and you should all try it. Leave It to Beaver, yes, everybody. This show aired from 1957 to 1962, and it's alright. Fugitive, yes, everybody. This show aired from 1963 to 1966, and I want to tell you all, it's a great show to watch. Love American Style. Yes, everyone, Love American Style. This aired from 1969 to 1973, and great show, everybody. Matlock, yes, everybody. The show aired from 1986 to 1995, and yeah, it stars the great Andy Griffith and Don Knotts. Don Knotts was not the main cast, unfortunately, but Don Knotts made 25 guest appearances on Matlock from 1988 to 1992, and when Don's on, the show makes it even better with Don Knotts in a few episodes, but also Dick Van Dyke guest starred in one of the first episodes of Matlock, and he played the judge, and yeah, so great murder show to watch. It reminds me a lot of Perry Mason, but I'll tell you all about the Perry Mason show in a little bit. Maverick, yes, everybody. This aired from 1957 to 1962, and James Garner was the main star for the first 3.5 seasons, but he left in the middle of season 4, which from late 1960, and then Jack Kelly and Roger Moore was the main guys in the last couple seasons of Maverick, but Jack Kelly was Bart Maverick, and James Garner was Brett. Actually, Brett Maverick. I think Bart Maverick was Jack Kelly, and Brett Maverick was James Garner. And yes, this is a great Western show to watch, and it features a great actor, James Garner, and he's a great guy in general. He died several years ago now, but we'll move on. McMillan and Wife. Yes, everybody. This show aired from 1971 to 1977, and this is the Rock Hudson show, and I love that show, everybody, and it's fine. Mod Squad. Yes, everybody. This show aired from 1968 to 1973. The Munsters, yes, everybody. The show airs from 1964 to 1966, which had 2 seasons, and it had 2 seasons, and And this is a great show, which I don't like scary stuff, but this show, I accept this show, and I love it, everybody. My Three Sons, yes, everybody. This has gotta be my top 5 favorite shows of the 1960s, and this features Fred MacMurray and William Frawley, William Demaris, Tim Considine, Don Grady, and Stanley Livingston, and Barry Livingston, and yes, William Frawley was Bub for the first half of the season, the first 5 seasons. Then William Frawley joined at the end of season 5 and replaced him due to the health reasons of William Frawley's health reasons. And yes, and this is a great show to watch, and they can't pick a better guy to do this, but Fred MacMurray. Fred MacMurray, great guy, but they were originally going to have like Eddie Albert play the person, but he didn't want to be on a weekly TV show. But I'm very glad they chose Fred MacMurray to do the show, and that was when he did Ask My Professor and Son of Flubber and all of his other Disney movies, and that was when he started being more and more funny in his films, everybody. Perry Mason, yes, everybody. This show aired from 1957 to 1966, and yeah, this is gotta be my favorite courthouse show besides Matlock. And yes, it reminds me a lot of This show reminds me of Matlock, like I said in the video, and it's very enjoyable, everyone. So we have a few more shows, and then we're gonna sign off and talk. The Streets of San Francisco, yes, everybody. This was from 1972 to 1977. And then we're going to have one last show, and then we're going to say goodbye to you all. The Three Stooges, yes, everybody. I have the whole Three Stooges collection, and yeah, this is a very great comedy TV show to watch. This is gotta be my favorite show besides the Wiggles and Play School, Blue's Clues. And I started liking this when I was 4 years old, and by the time I watched Play School and the Wiggles and Play School, Wiggles, and Blue's Clues when I was little, and this was the other show. This was my favorite show when I was very young, and it still is to this day. And as Moe, Larry, and Curly, Moe, Larry, and Curly did shorts together for 12 years, and then for 9 years, Shemp did shorts with them, and then for the last couple of years of doing shorts, Joe Besser took Shemp's place because Shemp died of a sudden heart attack, and then in 1959 Joe DeRita came to join the Stooges for the rest of the Stooges' careers, and the Stooges ended when Moe died in 1975, and before they made Columbia Shorts, the Three Stooges, Moe and Shemp and Moe and Shemp started this touring band, and with Ted Healy, and then Larry joined in 1924, and they were called Ted Healy and his Three Stooges, and Shemp left that in 1932, and that was when Curly, the bald guy, Curly Howard, Shemp and Moe's younger brother, joined the act in 1932, and then Ted left in 1934, and so that was when the Three Stooges were going nuts. And 1934, they started doing Columbia Shorts, like I said, and it was a great, and they had so many lineup changes over the years. But yeah, a lot of the Stooges that took replacement of Curly, and they had Joe did Shemp, and yeah, Curly Joe was the last third Stooge, and yes, there were no Stooges without Moe Howard, and they're gonna have Emil Sitka, who was a character actor of the Stooges, to be Larry's brother Harry, but it'll didn't work out when Moe died and he had health scares and they had to delay everything and they had just quit being the Stooges, and Curly Joe did some comedy acts get some Stooges tours with Frank Mitchell and a few other people, but it didn't work out. In the late 70s, he quit because of the health problems, which didn't last for pretty long, everybody. And I also got some bonus features from the Three Stooges collection. Yes, and this has the before Shemp, Curly Joe, and Joe Dree and Joe Besser were Three Stooges. They all had solo careers in Columbia before they joined as the Third Stooge in those shorts. And there's Shemp, and this one has the Columbia length films, a few of them. One is called Rocky and the Rockies with Moe and Larry and Curly, and then disc one have Rocky with travel with Curly Joe, Moe and Larry, and then disc two has the shorts of Shemp, the solo shorts, not with the Stooges obviously, and disc three has the shorts with Joe Besser and Curly Joe, which they all had solo careers before they were Stooges, and Joe and Shemp were in Africa Screams with Abbott and Costello, and that was their only appearance together. Shemp and Joe had their only appearance together was the Abbott and Costello movie Africa Screams in 1949. But anyway, I'll end the video right there, and we'll finish up. So everybody, hope you all enjoy the video. Thanks for listening. Keep going, growing. Happy wiggling!